In this video, I'm going to show you how to put in a fireplace just like this for under $250 in a 2021 Jayco 22RK trailer. Let's get to it. Okay, so what's really cool about this Jayco 2021 22RK is that it has a built-in entertainment system next to the fridge and the freezer on the one slide out. But below that is a 7-inch deep area where you could put a fireplace. And the reason being is because there's a 120 volt outlet right inside that you can plug in your electric fireplace. And it's pretty easy to do. All you gotta do is remove these two drawers, or these two doors, and then you're gonna take, I have a job max with the saw tip on the end of it, and we're gonna cut all these shelving portions out of here to make it a hollow cavity. Now, if you want to resell this without the fireplace, do not do this fireplace install because the cuts that you're going to make here are going to be really rough. So you're not going to be able to put it back to how it was out of the factory. But if you don't care about that, then just make your cuts just enough so you can get all this crap out of here. And we're going to put a piece of plywood on the top of this and cover it with a wallpaper shiplap so you won't see any of these cuts. So I'll get this all removed and then we'll get into the portion of building the frame for the fireplace. Okay, so my job max wasn't able to get through these 6 supports. The reason being is because there's apparently a screw that comes down and my job max saw will not go through metal. So I have a sawzall here that this is a metal blade and I'll be able to take these out no problem. The shelves I was able to just pop out with my hands. They're just like 1/8 inch plywood, so those just came up, they're just stapled down. So that was really easy. So let's cut these out and then we'll be able to pull this whole frame out here. Okay, so I got the frame removed. Now I'm just going to take a cat's paw or some type of crowbar and just pop these 4 little pieces here. These were used to hold the shelf up. They're just stapled in. Then we'll have our nice area that is a cavity for our fireplace. Okay, so just popped off these supports for the shelving units. Like I said, just held on by a lot of staple nails. So now you have your cavity here. So I'm going to grab a vacuum cleaner, clean this all up real quick, and then we'll start getting the support structure built for the fireplace. Okay, so I'm going to save you the boredom of me measuring and cutting the wood. I got 2 pieces. They're both 8 feet long and they're 1 by 4, and their actual dimension is 3/4 of an inch on this side right here, which is nice because this this panel right here, or this structure right here, is 3/4 of an inch thick. And I want it to be the same thickness because once I put my plywood and my structure in here, I want to make sure this is all going to be a flat surface and there's no bowing. So the first thing you want to do is you want to take and find center. This happens to be a 38-inch opening this way and a 24-inch opening this way. So my center is 19, and the space I need for my fireplace is 24 3/4 by 19 1/4 inches going up. So I'll post what the particular model is I got off of Amazon if you want to use the same measurements for your next project. So I went ahead and I cut 2 at 25 5/8 right here and right here. And there's a lip on the bottom and the top, and these fit kind of snug right in between those 2 pieces. And then this piece here is 31 3/4, and I ripped it at 2 inches thick. So this is going to go at my 19 1/4 inch mark that I made a line up here. And then these 2 boards are both at 19 1/4, so this will go down here, this will sit on top of here, and I'll have one on this side too. So that will essentially be my structure with a 24 3/4 by 19 1/4 opening. So I'll go ahead and screw these down, make it all nice and tight, and then we'll get to the next portion. Okay, so now for the plywood panelings. This is 5 millimeters thick. I got a 4x4 foot sheet, and it's just an underlayment piece from the local hardware store, and this is going to be my cutout for my fireplace. So as you can see here, it fits in here nicely. It's going to go right like this. This is 41 7/8 by 27 3/8. My cutout for the fireplace is the exact same that I had before, which was 24 3/4 by 19 1/4. And then up here is for a vent. Now for this particular model, it has a heater on it. That's why we wanted to get this, was to have a heater. And it takes air from behind the unit and then forces it out the front. So I had to get a 2-inch by 15-inch vent screen. And this will go pop in there like this, because if you don't have this, it's not going to pull any air for the heater, or it will, but it might make it short circuit because it might overheat. So I have a 2-inch by 15-inch vent that's going to go on the front of this. So I already dry fitted the fireplace, and I'm going to go outside now, and I'm going to put my paper, my wallpaper, in a shiplap color, which is going to match kind of this right here. So we'll go outside and we'll wrap this with the paper, and then we'll come back in, screw this down, put the fireplace in, and we're done. Okay, so this is the wallpaper that I'm going to use to give it a shiplap look on the top surface of the plywood. This has an adhesive back to it, so my plan is to put a layer down like this, and then match it to the top again and put another layer down like this. Now I want to screw this to my frame that I built on the inside of this. So on the edges, I'm going to leave the adhesive part and try and leave it from sticking down, so I can, from the inside, screw this down to the frame in there, and then once this is all screwed down, I can stick my paper back onto it, and it will cover these screws. Now I haven't tried this before, so I'm going to see how it works, but I might just cut out and leave this non-sticky part on this surface here so that it won't stick. I also bought some spray adhesive that I might use in case it doesn't stick, if it has to come back off again to get the screws in there. I'll just use some spray adhesive, spray it into a bowl, take a brush, and brush it onto here, and then put it back down. So I'll go ahead and lay this down, and then we'll go inside and we'll finish the fireplace installation. Okay, so this is the final product. As you can see, it looks really nice. It wasn't actually that bad to put in. I just lined up with the bottom here and then worked halfway up. You can see that the seam looks like it's, you can't even tell where I put that other piece at. So overall, yeah, very happy. It's actually sticking very well, so I don't know if I have to even put the adhesive on there, but I still have enough room. I can peel this back, put some screws down, and then relay down my wallpaper. Okay, so as you can see, I have the plywood panel with the shiplap wallpaper in front of here, and my plan is to just take the edge of this, peel back the paper, and then I'm going to use 1-inch screws, and I'm going to screw probably in 3 places on this side, and then on the bottom and on the top just a little bit. I won't do the inside here because when I put the fireplace in, it has like a lip that goes around, like a 1-inch lip. I'll be able to screw the fireplace and it will take care of tacking the board to here. So I'll get this in and then we'll get the fireplace going. Okay, so that was really easy, peeling this back on the corners and then putting screws all around the edges. Now all we gotta do is just put the fireplace in. Here's the fireplace, and here's that vent I was telling you about, how it pulls air from the behind and then pushes it out the front. That's why we have this vent in place right here, so it can suck air in and then push the air out the front right here. So all we gotta do now is just put the cord through, plug it in, and then we'll, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 places to put screws in on this side of this fireplace onto here. And then I'll just take some silicone, put a little bead around here, or some caulk, and I'll squish this into place. That way that doesn't move. And then we'll turn it on and we'll see how she looks. Okay, so I siliconed the vent in place. It's good to go. Now let's turn it on. So for this model here, the bottom here flips down. There's an on switch. It's already on. And then you just hit the power button and you get your light effect. There's different brightnesses. And then there's a heat 1 and a heat 2. So at full heat capacity, you're pulling 1500 watts. On heat 1, you're only pulling half that, so 750. So turn the heat on. I have good airflow coming from here out the front, so it's not being impeded. But hey, for about 5 hours worth of work, this unit was $180, and then with all the other stuff, it came out to about 70 bucks. So for about $250, you can install a fireplace in your RV as well. So thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, and I'll see you on the next episode.